Story 1. AITA for making my husband get our 3-year-old to sleep because he was the one that promised she can stay up late. My husband and I have 2 and 3-year-old daughters. Our 3-year-old is suspected to have autism, and we're waiting on an evaluation, but we're all pretty sure she has it. Our 3-year-old also has pink eye. Last night at dinner, my husband promised the 3-year-old that she can stay up late since she's not going to preschool today. I asked how late, and he said 9. Bedtime is at 7:30. I told him I wasn't going to deal with that mess, and if he wants to let her stay up that late, he can be the one to get her to sleep. I got the little one in bed and watched my husband play with her while I cleaned up. Tantrums started at 8, and she was miserable when he got her in the bath at 8:45. She was melting down in the bath, then in bed, and he eventually gave her the pacifier we've been trying to wean her off and brought her to our bed at 9:45. She finally fell asleep at 10, and my husband told me he's upset with me for leaving him to do everything by himself, even when I knew they were having a hard time. I told him I wasn't the one that promised the autistic 3-year-old that she can break from the routine and go to sleep an hour and a half past her bedtime, but he still thinks I should have helped. ITA for not helping. KT180X says, NTA. Don't try to be the fun parent if you can't back it up and deal with whatever comes with it. You can't pass off dealing with a predictably shitty outcome of your actions onto someone else, particularly the exact person who knew it was a bad idea. Also, I would wager you've put your children to bed without help countless times and didn't whinge about it, but happy to be wrong on that. ThinFan8771 says, NTA. You should do this every time he tries to deviate from the routine and rope you into it. Remote Passenger 7880 says, NTA. You were extremely clear that he would be doing this solo. He made his choice knowing the consequences it would have. It is not your job to clean up the messes he chooses to make. Is he so checked out of the family that he doesn't realize the impact deviating from routine would have? Honestly, this would bother me on such deep levels. Why are you the default parent? And if you're the default parent, why isn't he talking to you before making commitments he can't keep to your child? If you're not the default parent, why are you expected to swoop in and fix his mistakes that you warned him would be a mistake that you shouldn't have had to warn him about in the first place if you were an active parent? Story 2. ITA for calling a coworker snarky when she said I gained weight. I 27F started taking weight loss meds this year. I wasn't really obese, but I was very overweight for quite a while. Since then, I lost about 70 pounds, started working out, and really improved my mental health and self-esteem. Last week I went for lunch with a coworker and bumped into Myself, who knew about my weight loss but didn't see me in person since I started the process. She congratulated me on it and went about her day. My coworker asked me what she was congratulating me on, and I said that it was about my weight loss, to which she replied, oh, she was being polite then. Because I think you actually gained a few pounds recently, didn't you? That obviously made me confusable, and said it was a bit snarky to say something like that, even if I actually had gained weight, which I didn't. I don't think it's a polite comment at all. My coworker finished with, well, I'm sorry if your fishing for compliment strategy didn't work on me. I'm very, very confused about this because even though she isn't my best friend or anything, we usually hang out at lunch or coffee breaks and get along really well. Maybe I offended her telling her it was snarky? Ida? Als__ Cardinal says, NTA. Your coworker seems pretty unhinged. Yes, her first comment was out of line and unnecessary and flat out rude. Her second comment exposed some obvious resentment she has towards you with a weight loss, suggesting she thinks you've been fishing for compliments perhaps around the office. To me, then, this was not a slip of the tongue or a comment she didn't realize was rude. It actually relates to feelings of animosity that she has towards you. That makes her toxic and harmful, in my eyes at least, and she's done you a huge favor by letting you know her real feelings on the matter. Time to keep her at arm's length. You were not wrong for letting her know you found her original comment offensive. Scenarioing says, well, I'm sorry if your fishing for compliment strategy didn't work on me. The question is irrational. She's the one that asked you for an explanation of why you were congratulated. So how could you be fishing for anything? I suspect she knew, harbors jealousy or something, and found a setup so she would have an excuse to insult you. India. Square a minimum 6042 says, let me guess, coworker is chubby and feels threatened by her weight loss. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.